Detroit is selling houses for $5,000, while a new F-150 costs $39,645. Here are the 10 U.S. towns where houses cost less than a pickup truck, with over 5,000 properties available right now, and we'll show you exactly where to find them. These aren't abandoned shells or tax liens. These are actual homes with walls, roofs, and addresses that you can buy today for less than the average American spends on a car. But here's what's really happening in these markets that nobody's talking about. Insurance companies are fleeing faster than residents, with some areas seeing 300% premium increases since 2023. Yet certain investors are quietly achieving 25 to 36% cash-on-cash returns using a specific block buying strategy that we'll explain in detail. There's also a government program that just allocated $3.3 million in Cleveland alone through the Housing Trust Fund. But you need to know exactly which forms to file and when. Plus, wait until you see what's happening in Youngstown, where homes are selling for less than a used iPhone 15 Pro Max. Have you noticed properties in your area selling for less than vehicles? Because what we're about to show you challenges everything you thought you knew about real estate investing. Let me start with the 10 towns where this phenomenon is most extreme, based on data pulled directly from MLS listings, Movoto, By Owner, and Zillow as of July and August 2025. Number 10 is Indianapolis, Indiana, where despite a median home price of $265,000, there are currently 10 homes listed under $50,000 within city limits. The Talk to Tucker real estate platform confirms these aren't in war zones. They're in established neighborhoods where the oldest home dates to 1827. But here's what the data reveals about Indianapolis that changes everything. These properties range from 252 to 13,549 square feet. Yeah, you can buy a 13,000 square foot property for less than a pickup truck. The average property tax on these homes? Just $3,058 annually, according to local MLS data. Number 9 is South Bend, Indiana, with 23 homes actively listed under $50,000 as confirmed by Talk to Tucker's August 2025 inventory. At 2513 Prairie Avenue, there's a property listed for $35,000 that includes new carpeting, fresh paint, and a 2-car garage. Properties in South Bend are selling 31% faster than last year, according to Movoto's market data. Why? Notre Dame's continued expansion is creating spillover demand in previously overlooked neighborhoods. Moving to number 8, Louisville, Kentucky shows 30 homes under $50,000 despite the city's average price of $274,900. Talk to Tucker reports the average property tax is just $1,915 annually, less than most people pay monthly for a one-bedroom apartment in coastal cities. These properties stay on market for an average of 65 days, giving buyers significant negotiating power. Number 7 brings us to Akron, Ohio, where Rocket Homes data from July 2025 shows 497 affordable homes with dozens under $50,000. The median list price sits at $148,630, but pockets of extreme affordability exist, particularly near the University of Akron. Properties in the University District are generating $800 to $1,200 monthly rent, while costing under $40,000 to purchase. That's a gross yield of 36%, mathematically impossible in traditional markets. Have you calculated what a 36% gross yield would mean for your retirement planning? Because before we show you the next market, you need to understand why these returns are real, but potentially dangerous. Please take 2 seconds to help me out and hit the like and subscribe if you find this video interesting so far. Each like, subscribe, and share helps support this channel and keeps us motivated to keep making you great content. Thank you. Now, let's continue. Number 6 is Toledo, Ohio, where Movoto confirms 515 homes are currently listed under $50,000. The median price per square foot dropped to $99 in July 2025, down 6% year over year. The city's proximity to Detroit should mean price appreciation as the auto industry recovers, yet prices continue falling. One property near Lakeshore Boulevard offers lake views for under $40,000. The disconnect between location quality and pricing reveals something profound about these markets. But here's what the data reveals about our top 5 markets. These aren't just cheap, They're systematically undervalued due to specific economic forces that create once-in-a-generation opportunities. Cleveland, Ohio takes the number 5 spot, with 380 homes under $50,000 according to Zillow's August 2025 data. The St. Clair Superior neighborhood averages just $44,654 for an entire home. Homes.com shows specific listings like 2508 Primewood Road at $45,000 for 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. Cleveland just launched a 15-year tax abatement program for new buyers, essentially eliminating property taxes for a decade and a half. The city's Office of Integrated Development has allocated $3.3 million through the Housing Trust Fund for 2024, with applications requiring the HUD 9902 form. Number 4 is Saginaw, Michigan, where buy-owner lists 91 homes under $50,000, with prices starting at $6,500. At 2610 South Jefferson Avenue, $23,900 buys 3 bedrooms and 1,530 square feet. Movoto's July 2025 data shows the median dropped 10% in 12 months to $94 per square foot. The city's Section 8 program is particularly strong here, with one investor reporting $1,200 monthly rent on a property purchased for $15,000. This isn't urban decay, it's strategic opportunity. The Saginaw County median income of $36,500 means these homes are actually affordable to local workers, creating natural rental demand. Youngstown, Ohio claims the number 3 position with over 100 properties under $50,000 according to Homes.com. The most shocking listing was found in Youngstown, Ohio, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 1,474 square feet for $12,000. That's $8.14 per square foot, less than installing hardwood flooring costs in most markets. The Youngstown Neighborhood Development Corporation's recent PBS NewsHour coverage confirms they're investing millions in stabilization efforts, yet prices haven't responded. Number 2 is Flint, Michigan, where buy-owner shows 250 homes under $50,000. At $60 per square foot, according to July 2025 Movoto data. WalletHub's 2025 analysis confirms it as America's most affordable city. The Mott Park neighborhood averages $61,502, while Max Brandon Park drops to $29,134. Despite the EPA confirming water safety standards have been met for 6 years, prices remain depressed by perception rather than reality. But before we reveal the number 1 market, have you considered what happens when major cities offer homes for less than a decent laptop? Because Detroit's numbers defy belief. Detroit, Michigan dominates as the ultimate affordable housing market, with 1,164 properties under $50,000 according to Buy Owner's August 2025 data. Movoto shows 98 homes listed under $5,000. The price range within city limits spans from $1 to $7.7 million, illustrating extreme market bifurcation. The Detroit Land Bank Authority holds 90,000 parcels, creating massive shadow inventory that suppresses prices. But here's what the data reveals about the investment strategy that's actually working in these markets. Smart investors aren't buying single properties, they're buying entire blocks. One documented strategy involves purchasing 8 adjacent properties for $32,000 total, investing $240,000 in simultaneous renovations, creating a safe pocket neighborhood, then selling for $580,000. The key? Controlling the micro neighborhood controls the value. The hidden costs, however, can destroy unprepared investors. Building codes trigger the 50% rule. If repairs exceed 50% of property value, you must bring everything to current code. For a $20,000 house, spending $10,001 triggers potentially $50,000 in mandatory upgrades. PropMoto's 2025 analysis shows mechanical and electrical code updates are property owners' biggest challenge, at 68% citing this issue. Insurance presents another minefield. In Gary, Indiana, where homes start at $7,000 according to Talk to Tucker data, insurance premiums hit $3,200 annually on $15,000 properties, a 21% insurance-to-value ratio that obliterates cash flow projections. Have you factored insurance costs into your investment calculations? Most don't, and it ruins them. Property taxes create a paradox in these markets. Cleveland's rate hits 2.5% annually on a $40,000 home that's manageable at $1,000 yearly, but cities aggressively reassess after renovations. That same property improved to $100,000 value faces $2,500 annual taxes, changing the entire investment equation. Crime statistics from local police departments can also paint a sobering picture, so be sure to do research on that. But here's what successful investors understand. Crime concentrates in specific blocks. The micro-neighborhood strategy bypasses this by creating controlled safe zones within challenged areas. Federal programs are pouring money into these markets. The Home Investment Partnership Program distributes $1.5 billion annually, according to HUD's 2025 budget. Cleveland's Housing Trust Fund allocated $3.3 million for 2024. The Capital Magnet Fund distributed $246.4 million nationally per Treasury Department data. Opportunity zones cover 9,000 distressed census tracts, offering capital gains tax deferrals. The proposed neighborhood homes tax credit could provide dollar-for-dollar rehabilitation credits, potentially transforming these markets overnight. Massachusetts just passed a $5.16 billion Affordable Homes Act, signaling broader governmental recognition of the housing crisis. Interest rates remaining elevated at 6.5% to 7% are pricing traditional buyers out of conventional markets. Remote work adoption enables location independence. Climate change makes Rust Belt cities increasingly attractive versus drought-stricken Southwest or hurricane-prone coasts. These factors create a 12 to 18-month opportunity window. Here are 3 specific actions for interested buyers. First, search Movoto and buy owner for these 10 cities using their under $50,000 filters. Second, contact local housing authorities about tax abatement programs. Cleveland's 15-year program alone could save $30,000. Third, get insurance quotes before making offers. This single factor kills most deals. The average Los Angeles home costs $950,000 according to Zillow's August 2025 data. That equals 190 Detroit houses, 1 rental in Los Angeles, or 190 rentals in Detroit. The mathematics are staggering, yet most investors never consider this arbitrage. This isn't poverty tourism or exploitation. These cities powered America's golden age. Youngstown produced the steel that built Manhattan's skyscrapers. Detroit created the middle class through automotive innovation. They're not dead. They're dormant, waiting for vision and capital to restore their potential. Cash buyers from coastal markets are quietly assembling portfolios while others debate. The question isn't whether these markets will recover, it's whether you'll be positioned when they do. These 10 towns where houses cost less than pickup trucks represent America's last frontier of affordable home ownership. If you understand the real costs, risks, and remarkable opportunities they present. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe, share, and watch this one as well.